Determine the domain and the range of the quadratic function. Enter your answers using interval notation. We have f of x, which is equal to x minus 1 squared plus 5. Okay, when we take a look at this function and we want to determine what is the domain of this function, we can take a look at the value of x. So if we wanted to plug in any values of x, is anything going to make this undefined? We plug any values in for x. Well, there's nothing that's going to make it undefined. So therefore, we know that we can put in all real numbers, so we're going to go from negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to be able to find the range of this function. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is look at the leading coefficient, which is equal to 1. We can look at that equals 1, and we know that that is greater than 0. And if it's greater than 0, that means it's going to open up, and that means that we're going to have a minimum value. So now let's take a look at the vertex. So we can look at the vertex here, and the vertex is going to be at the coordinates 1, 5. And so what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that we have a minimum at 5. So that means we're going to start at 5, and then it's going to approach positive infinity. Now let's go ahead and check our graph on Desmos. Okay, so if we have x minus 1, we're going to square it and then add 5. Let's take a look at this function here. Copy that. All right, so now let's just verify from our graph. Well, we can see that, again, the domain represents all the values on the x-axis. Okay, and that means it's going to cover anything on the left and the right side going from negative infinity to positive infinity. So we know that is the domain of the function. And now we want to take a look at the range of the function. Well, the range starts at 5, and we know it's a bracket, and it's going all the way towards positive infinity, which gave us our range.